Good morning, good morning, good morning. For this is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I am so glad in it. Good morning to you all. If you have not already, I need you to share this with at least 5 people. I need you to pin this on your page. I am excited as always about the word of the Lord on this morning. Good morning, Sabria. Good morning, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie, Jackie, Jackie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man of God, Jose. He said you stopped on verse 8. And I was telling my one of the team members, I said, I'm always stopping on verse 8. I said, maybe 7 is going to be my number of completion every time we go live because I get to 7 and I get stuck. But listen, I am excited about the word of the Lord on this morning, but I have to, as you know, I love to share with you all the things that God revealed to me in my prayer time every day because it's always different. He always taking me somewhere different spiritually during my nighttime sleep. And so I am excited. And I want you guys to start praying that as you sleep, that God would download, as you sleep, that God would download into your spirit prophetic dreams and visions, that he would download his will into you as you sleep. When we are asleep, that is our most vulnerable time because we're helpless. We just laying there asleep. So I want you guys to start praying, adding this to your prayer, your nightly devotion, that God would download into you spiritually what you need while you sleep, and that he would dispatch his angels to stand guard around your bed, to stand guard around your bedpost as you sleep, that no harm can come nigh thee. So let's jump right into what the Lord has gave. This blessed me so much because I was laying there, I was asleep, but it took me a long time to like wind down last night because I think the closer we get to Friday, I'm just on one. I'm just like, ooh. And I even got, y'all listen, I even got excited when because I hadn't been really paying attention to the news since I came back for some reason. But I got really excited when I saw that there was a storm coming. I said, oh, it's on now. I said, because if you all would pay attention, at just about every service that we have had, it has been bad weather, sold out. Any service we had, there has almost always been bad weather. And now you talking about a storm. I said, oh, and I was telling one of the intercessors, I said, you know, I said, you do know. I say, Satan is, I said, he beyond mad right now. I said, because this worship and warfare, my God, I keep telling people, I said, I know y'all hear me say it. You don't need to miss any encounter that the Lord has for this ministry. But worship and warfare is on a whole different level because we're not constrained by time. I'm not constrained by, and because everyone has been fasting, we have been praying. I've been on a fast since I came back from the cruise. So we're talking early July. I've been on a fast and consecration preparing for what God is going to do. So this is not the service to say, well, I'm just going to watch it online. And when you know that the enemy is trying to stop something, Bridget, will you, okay, I done try to touch her body. I done try to mess with her mindset. I done tried to mess with all the intercessors. And I have to give y'all intercessors that's part of Sold Out, that's praying for us, that's part of this meeting. I have to give you something that God dropped in my spirit yesterday after I spoke with one of the intercessors that told me, Dr. this thing about to be on. She said, Dr. this thing about to be on because the way the devil is messing and the way he trying everything that can be tried. I said, that's how we know. Yeah, I said, that's how you know you have tapped into a kingdom assignment. God began to show me, and I ain't even got to the dream yet. Y'all, I'm going to get there. Y'all don't have to bear with me this week, okay? Just bear with me. This is a once a year encounter. Just bear with me this week. So after I spoke with the intercessor, and I said, Lord, I say the warfare that's connected. This is just Wendy. I said the warfare that's connected to this ministry is. I said it's like something. And I just was talking to the Lord. I said this is like something I haven't experienced before. And he said, yeah. He said international. Well, y'all, this thing blessed me. He said international. I said, yeah, Sold Out international. He said, yeah, because remember when you were trying to come up with the name, you kept coming back to me, you kept praying, and I kept saying, that ain't it. That ain't it. And I was with Sold Out Ministries, Sold Out Church of God, Sold Out. I was coming up with all kind of names. And when I got to Sold Out International, he said, that's the one. And God began to say, so if you have an international ministry, then you're gonna deal with international demons. Y'all. And so I was like, ooh, because even my team, they're like, this level of warfare, like I ain't never experienced that. Because you ain't never experienced what it is to do an international kingdom. Oh God, listen. So this thing blessed me. So those of you that have these anointings on your life, I feel like I'm already on 100. So those of you that have these international callings on your life, these kingdom assignments, you deal with demons on that level. You're not dealing with low-level demons. When you talking about, I got people on the live over there on YouTube that's saying, Dr. Dr. Pray for Pakistan. Dr. Pray for Nigeria. Dr. Pray, and you got all this, and you got ministry already. They know about us in India. So you got that going on. So you think you're just going to deal with these little local demons. No, you got an international assignment. Can y'all just drop that in the chat? It's international. It's international. It's international. So let me get to this revelation. So when I woke up this morning, I was laughing. Like, soon as I woke up, I just started laughing. And I'm like, what in the world? What in the world? So listen, Sheila Tower, this is going to bless you. So I was laying there. You know how you be just like sleep. Like when I go to sleep, I go to sleep. Like I go all the way in. Like I don't even play with it. I get alerts from because y'all know I wear the watch that kind of tells you everything. So when I wake up in the morning, my watch be saying stuff like excessive amount of sleep is not good. Because when listen, if you have one of these like Fitbit type of watches and you have it on the sleep mode, it'll tell you if you woke up several times through the night. It'll tell you if you tossed and turned a lot, and it gives you a sleep score. Y'all, my watch be off the hook. It'd be like, it's almost like my watch be like, are you serious right now? But when I tell y'all I go to sleep. Like I be like comatose. The only way I don't sleep is if I have done ministry. And if I've done ministry, I ain't sleeping. Because you have went so high, those of you that minister know this, you have went so high in the anointing, you have went so high that it's hard for us to come down. So I don't sleep if I minister, if I lay hands on people and I do all that, I don't sleep until like the next day. So give me about 24 hours and then I sleep. So listen, so when I woke up this morning, it was like before I even opened my eyes, I was laughing. And I was like, okay, and I know how the Lord uses me, everything that he does. Can y'all, I hear you, Holy Spirit. Drop that in the chat. I'm about to laugh. This is not where we're going, but I'm gonna try to get to the text this morning. But listen, drop that in the chat. I'm about to laugh. I am about to laugh. I am about to laugh. You're about to laugh. And listen, so listen, watch this. I woke up and I was laughing. Not no smile. I was like, I could hear myself laughing. And I was like, what? Because I didn't even dream anything. In fact, I don't even remember dreaming anything. Well, I did dream one thing last night, but I don't remember dreaming anything that would have me laughing. So soon as I did that, y'all know I got to go Bible with everything. Okay, God, what? And I came to this, y'all. This gonna bless y'all. You are about to laugh. I'm telling you, Selena, Anthony, Jose, Mama, Tracy Jones Mills, despite what you're going through, you about to laugh. Jackie, you about to laugh. Sheila Tabert, you about to laugh. Watch this. Barbara Tate, you about to laugh. I don't care what you're going through. You are about to laugh. Watch this. Psalm 2 says this. This is going to bless y'all. James, you about to laugh. You about to laugh. You about to laugh. Psalms 2 says this. Why does the heathen rage and the people imagine? Listen to this. Why does the heathen, them that don't know no better, why are they raging? And the people imagine vain things, false imagination, spirit of fear. Why? It says, why? Listen, verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together. That means those who are in charge, the government, the systems, they taking counsel together. President, y'all worry about who's going to get in the White House. They taking counsel together. Listen to this. Against the Lord and against his anointed. Saying, let us, listen to this. This is gonna give y'all some revelation about 2025. Listen to this. Y'all heard the agenda 2025. Listen to this. Why do they take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, us, his chosen? They're saying in the back room. Remember, I told you it's another agenda. Here we go. They're saying in the back room, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from them. Let us cause confusion. Let us, watch this. let us bind them. Let us, this is what they say, let us bind them. Let us cause confusion. Let us cause them to be divided. Listen, verse 4 says this: he who sits in heaven laughs. Y'all, he who sits in heaven laughs. Isha, watch this. Let me, Psalm 2, because y'all got to hear this morning. It says, the kings of this earth, the systems of this earth, the rulers of this world, those that are in charge, those who have authority, they are taking counsel together against us, his chosen, his remnant, his anointed. And when you take counsel against us, you're taking counsel against him. It says, you can do all you want to do, but I sit on the throne and I'm laughing at you. Y'all, he who sits in heaven laughs. Listen, the Lord shall have them in derision. It's going to cause the enemy, they're going to turn on each other. It says, despite what they're trying to do, despite what's going on, it says God is sitting in heaven and he laughing. Y'all listen to our daddy. It says, yet I have set my king upon a holy hill in Zion. I will declare this decree. The Lord said unto me, thou art my son, we his chosen, and I have begotten thee. What is he saying? I got you. He said, no matter what is happening in the earth, I'm sitting in heaven and I'm laughing. He said, y'all making plans and I'm laughing. Y'all think y'all plotting and scheming. He said, and I'm laughing. Do y'all hear this morning? He who, can y'all just drop that in heaven? I mean, drop that in heaven. Jesus. Ooh, Lord, wait a minute. Y'all heard that. Shay, you heard that? Drop that in heaven. All right. Here we go. I'm trying to get to the text. But watch this. He who sits in heaven laughs. Can y'all just drop that in the chat? He who sits in heaven laughs. What does that mean? Y'all, I'm about to go somewhere, Wendy. I'm about to go somewhere. Watch this. So I was thinking about that after I was sitting in my devotion. I was trying to listen to my music, but then I was typing this up because y'all see I'm looking at my phone. So I got my phone. I got my iPad. I got a whole lot going on this morning. So he began to tell me, he says, daughter, I am sitting in heaven and I am laughing at the nations. He said, I'm laughing, watch this, at their plots. He says, I am laughing at the nation's plots to overthrow. He said, I'm laughing at their plots where they're attempting to build their own kingdom. Here we go. It says, I'm laughing at them as they're plotting. That whole Trump thing with 2025. Here we go. I'm laughing at the nation's plots to overthrow me and their attempts to build their own kingdom. Because, watch this, it says, because I've already decided who gonna rule. Oh, God. It says, I've already decided who gonna rule my kingdom. It says, I have already decided who gonna be in charge. God has already made his decision. It's yay and amen. He said, I told y'all when I come back. He said, so it's already a done deal. He said, so I'm laughing at the plots that the systems of this world is trying to get to come to pass. He said, I'm laughing at it because I already know how the story going to end. So I'm sitting in heaven on my throne and I'm laughing. Ooh, do y'all hear Holy Spirit this morning? I'm sitting in heaven. Okay, I hear you. Holy Spirit says, you do know in the New Testament, it lets us know that we are seated in heavenly places. Okay. We are seated in heavenly places. Spiritually, I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. I am seated in heavenly places. So when I war, I don't war from down here. I war from up here. I war from my heavenly place. Listen, when I war, here we go. Worship and warfare. I'm gonna deal with that Friday night. So I'm trying to stay in the right vein this morning. Listen. So when I war from heaven down. What you mean, Dr. I war from, my prayers are heavenly prayers. I don't pray prayers of defeat. I war from heaven down. Why? Because I'm seated in heavenly places. Isha, I'm seated in heavenly places. So if I'm seated in heavenly places, then not only is God laughing, but I'm laughing. Okay. He who sits in heaven, you are seated in heavenly places. So therefore, that means why you crying over stuff. Okay. What you crying about, you should be laughing. Oh, God, what you worried about and stressing about, you should be laughing. Why? Because you already know how the story, in the end, you win. You already know how the story ends. He said, so what? He said, I'm laughing at all this that they doing. God is saying, I am laughing at them because one, it ain't gonna work. He said, so why? And he looking at us like, and why y'all crying? What you crying for? What you worried about? Don't you know it? When you read the Bible, that in the end we win. He said, you are seated in heavenly places. That means I war from a place of victory. Y'all warring from the wrong place. If I'm seated in heavenly places, I war from a place of victory, not defeat. Y'all, I need to do a prayer clinic. You know, back in the days, they have what they call prayer clinics. Y'all, that's old school like me. They have what they call prayer clinics. And you get in there and you just teach about prayer. And then at the end, maybe you may have it for 2 days, because then at the end, you're going to have a whole Holy Ghost shut-in. And you're going to put in practice what you just learned. So when you do a prayer clinic, I would be teaching how you war effectively. I war from a place of victory. I don't pray prayers, God can you, God will you, because I know that he can. I know that he will. I know who he is. He is. Watch this. He is Jehovah Jireh, my provider. He is Jehovah Tiskanu, my peace. He is Jehovah Rapha. He is my healer. So I'm praying from that mindset. So I'm not praying, God, can you hear me? You can. You are the one that healeth thee. God, can you help me? Yes, he can. Why? Because he is Jehovah Gabor, the Lord that wars. God can. So I'm not praying. So when you pray, you got to switch up them prayers. We have to learn how to pray effectively. I pray from a place of victory. So when you come in the prayer line Friday night, we ain't praying, God, can you heal? God, let your healing fall, is what we're praying. Because it's not a matter of, can he? Oh, absolutely, he can. Listen, so you got to understand that you're seated. All y'all that's going through, all of us that's facing stuff, all of us that's up, we feel like our back is against the wall. But you got to understand, watch this, that you're seated in heavenly places. So you're laughing at the situation. Like, you do know you ain't gonna win. You do know that this addiction ain't gonna take me out. You do know that at the end I'm gonna come through this thing. So so my mindset is I'm seated in heavenly places. So people ask me all the time, Dr. 3, how you feel about what's going on in the world? Dr. 3, I know you're a prophet of God. What is God speaking to you? Dr. 3, I said, well, first of all, let's just back up. I said, if you follow my ministry, then you do know that in when December 31st, about 11 o'clock, when I got that microphone, I started hollering, that I shared with the people what God said was going to happen. So I'm not surprised. Watch this. Not surprised. He already told us that this would be the year of confusion and deception, but he was going to pour out a supernatural level of discernment. He told us that in December. So why are you surprised at it? What? That happened? Confusion and deception. He already said that. That happened in the church? Yeah. He already told us there was going to be a great falling away. He said even the elect about to be fooled. He already told us that. So why in the world would I walk around to him? I'm scared. Because he already told us. Watch this. A lot of things that, if you follow my ministry and I get on here and get like this, a lot of things that's happening, he reveals. Listen, and then even now, what's going to happen in 20? How you feel about 2025? Well, God already told me that it's about to be the year of exposure. It could be good or bad. It just depends. But what God says, he about to shine a light on everybody. So, and you talking about what's going on in the White House? Whoever get it, God going to expose them. Whoever make it to sit in that presidential seat, God gonna expose them. What does that mean? They already coming with another agenda that you don't know nothing about, but God said he gonna reveal it to you. But his chosen, we gonna be all right anyway. And what is God saying this morning? Listen, I got to get to the text. Y'all. What is God saying this morning? That while turn your worry into laughter. For the spirit of heaviness, he gonna give you the oil of joy, the oil of gladness. He will exchange it. Okay. Can y'all just drop this in the chat? A heavenly exchange. Oh God, a heavenly exchange is taking place today. Your spirit of heaviness, he about to give you the oil of gladness, the oil of joy for your spirit of heaviness, your worrying, your anxiety. He's about to give you joy for that. He didn't say I'm gonna make you happy. He said I'm gonna give you joy. God's great joy. Okay. God's great joy. That's different from being happy, because happy means when I'm happy, it's based on what I'm experiencing. Joy come from in here. He said, I'm about to do a heavenly exchange. He said, all that stuff you worry about, he said, I'm about to give you joy. He said, and in fact, not only will I give you joy, he said, but you're going to laugh at the current situation, and people going to think you, how she walking around grinning, and she know all this stuff is going on? How she walking around grinning, and her kids going through? How she walking around grinning, and she about to lose her house? Because God already told me I'm going to laugh. And because I'm seated, watch this, Selena, because I'm seated in heavenly places, I ain't worried. Because I know who my daddy is. Who God, y'all, this thing got good to me. But let me get into, because I got to finish this today. Yesterday, we talked about, who God, I love you. I love you. If that bless you, just say, Dr. That blessed me, that blessed me, that blessed me. Listen, we are going to get into part 2 of when Jesus turned water into wine. We're talking about miracles. Listen, John 2, 1 through 11, and I'm gonna teach from verses 8 through 11 today, because we dealt with 1 through 7 yesterday. So if you didn't get that, you got to go back and get that, and then finish this one, then go back and get that one. Watch. So listen to this. John 2 verses 1 through 11. John 2 verses 1 through 11. On the third day, a wedding took place in Cana of Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to this wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, they have no more wine. Verse 4, y'all know I love this stuff. Verse 4, Jesus says to her, woman, why are you telling me? Why are you involving me in this? Like, I'm here to enjoy the party. I'm here to enjoy the party, is really what Jesus is saying. Listen, and then he says, I'm here to enjoy the party, and my hour has not yet come. Jesus' mother turns to the servants and say, do whatever he tell you. She completely ignored everything Jesus said. And she was like, y'all do what he tell y'all to do. And she walks off. Y'all know, sound like some of us, don't it? So then it says, verse 6, nearby stood 6 stone water jars, the kind used by the Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding from 20 to 30 gallons. Verse 7, Jesus said to the servants, fill the jars with water. So they filled them to the brim. Verse 8, then he told them, now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet. They did as he said. Obedience. They ain't asking no question. But why are we taking him there? Well, we just gonna give him what? They ain't do all that. They ain't question him. They wasn't like Naaman. They were like the widow woman. Just do it. Can y'all drop that in the chat? Thank you, Sheila Tabber. Just do it. They ain't question him. They ain't go through no whole dissertation. They were like the widow woman. She just wouldn't start borrowing bottles to put oil in. They were like Hezekiah. He ain't say, well, oh, why am I that? He just said, okay. He ain't questioned the prophet. He turned his face to the wall and he just started praying. So watch this. So here we go. These servants did exactly what Jesus said without question. It says, verse 9, and the master of the banquet tasted the water that had been turned into wine. Watch this. The master of the banquet, didn't realize where it had come from. Although the servants who drew the water, they knew exactly what was going on. Then he called the bridegroom to the side, and he said, verse 10, everyone brings out the best wine first, and the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you saved the best for last. Y'all, he's saving the best for last. You got about 5 months left in the year. He's saving the best. Okay, I'm going to stay right here. Verse 11, what Jesus did here in Cana of Galilee was the first of the signs through which he revealed his glory. This was the beginning of his ministry. Watch this. And we talked about on yesterday, how Mary, watch this, because Jesus, I'm recapping for those that were not on here yesterday. So we are dealing with the fact that Jesus just came off a 40-day fast, and he was in the wilderness, and Satan was tempting him, but he overcame that. The last thing that Jesus dealt with in his temptation was Satan telling him to commit suicide. Those of you that's depressed and going through, Jesus already dealt with that. Don't you remember when Satan told me to cast myself down off that cliff? He said, I dealt with suicide then. I overcame it. Watch this. And so he had already dealt with Satan 40 days, 40 nights in the wilderness. He hungry, but on his way back, he stopped by his cousin, John the Baptist, and said, hey, baptize me. And John baptized. What you mean baptized? You need to be baptizing me. Because John know who Jesus is. Watch this. Y'all know John. John was Elizabeth carried John. When Mary walked in the room, Mary was pregnant. Her cousin Elizabeth was pregnant. When Mary walked in the room, her baby, Elizabeth's baby, leaped in her belly because he bared witness with his cousin Jesus in Mary's. Y'all know how this goes. So John baptized Jesus, and then a dove came down, and then the heavens opened up, and a voice from heaven spoke, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." So watch it. So after all that happened, he gets with his mama. He done told her what happened. I was in the wilderness. This right here happened. And then she saw John baptize him, and she saw the public announcement. The heavens open. This is my son. This is the one y'all been waiting on. This is the one that was prophesied about. This is him. This is him. And because I know the end of how this thing gonna work out, I am well pleased. Oh, Jesus, I am well pleased. Watch this. So Mary already knew who Jesus was. So Mary probably like, yes, I'm about to be. And we got this yesterday, that when Jesus, the reason why Mary knew, she said, well, Jesus, you already know who you are. That God had already announced who you are. So you might as well go ahead and start your ministry now. And Jesus, when his mama said that, he said, woman. Why did he say woman? Because Jesus knew that this meant he had stepped over into his ministry. She is no longer mama. I am walking in my assignment. So I am no longer your son. I am now the son of God. And now if Father say, okay, I'm about to start my ministry. His ministry started right there. Watch this. And so right here, Jesus says, okay, Father, tell me I could do these miracles. Mary, like, you know what? And I'm about to be vindicated because all y'all that talked about me, all y'all that said, well, because y'all know how we do. We always watch, y'all know us, people. We watch. And this is nothing new. The Bible teaches us this. There is nothing new. Watch this. Because when somebody get married and then about 5 months later they pregnant, you like, wait a minute. Let me do the math. Let me do the math, honey. Because it take 9 months to carry a baby. And she already pregnant. And they just got married 2 months ago. So you know that she must have already been pregnant when they got married. That's why they probably got married. So Mary was vindicating herself. Mary knew when people saw Jesus do these miracles, they knew. Watch this. Mary knew, I'm about to be vindicated. They gonna know now that I was really carrying the Son of God. They gonna know now because a natural person ain't doing this kind of stuff. So they gonna know. Watch this. When he vindicates you, Shay, he vindicates you. Okay, listen. When he vindicates, there will be no question. Listen, when God, that's why he said, let vengeance is mine. Let me vindicate you. Stop trying to explain. I don't know what this is for. Stop trying to explain where you stand. Stop trying to explain how you change. Stop trying to explain why I do what I do. Try to explain. Stop trying to explain why I do certain things in the anointing, the way I do, why I move like. Stop it. Let him vindicate you. Let him vindicate you. Let him. Do you know how many people came to me? Well, why are you calling it worship and warfare? Well, why you just don't call it worship and praise? Well, why you just don't call it this? Well, why you always got to have it in the hotel? Well, why you can't have it in the church? Well, why you can't? I dealt with all that, and all I knew was I got to do it God's way. I got to do it God's way. Listen, but a lot of times we get into trouble because we're trying to explain, and nowhere in the Bible do we read where Mary or Joseph had to explain to people why and how she got pregnant. They never had to explain because everybody said, remember when Jesus came to do the miracles back at home and everybody was like, that's Joseph, boy, that's Mary. So that let you know that they never explained how Jesus came into existence. Everybody just took it on that that's Joseph and Mary's boy. Watch this. And so you got to understand that when God is vindicated, he's not going to vindicate you. Watch this. I don't know who this is for. He is not going to vindicate you as long as you're trying to vindicate yourself. Because what we really tell Jesus, watch this, what we really tell him is, I got this. Let me explain to them why you use me. Let me explain to them how you deliver me. Let me explain to them how you call me. He said, when I vindicate you, they gonna know it was me. Okay. They gonna know it was me all the time when I vindicate you. He said, so, but as long as you trying to do it, he said, I'll step back. When you take your hands off, I can get. That's why it says, vengeance is mine. It belongs to me, not you. Who is this for this morning? Stop trying to explain yourself. You don't owe nobody no explanation about why I move like I move, why I give like I give, why I do like I do. I don't owe you no explanation. People ask you, why you do that, God? Huh? Why you have it there, God? And we have to get so focused. Watch this, Isha. Watch this, Selena, Brenda. Y'all watch this, Sabria, Janera. We get so focused on trying to explain that we miss the whole reason behind why we doing it. I'm doing it because God. That is my explanation, God. And you what? When you answer people like that, they be like, "Oh, okay," because that leaves them stumped. They don't know what to say next. Well, why you doing that? Well, why you call it worship and warfare? Because God told me to. Oh, okay. Then what's your comeback after that? Nothing. Why you going there? Why you driving all the way? It's supposed to storm Friday, and they talking about it's gonna be a hurricane. Y'all know how the news blow everything up. They tell me it's gonna be a hurricane. So why you gonna drive way up there to go to a service that's only gonna be a few hours? God. See, when we try to explain it, because we can't. This is why when you get a real prophet, well, I'm gonna help y'all with this. I'm gonna help y'all. When you get a real prophet that's sent by God, and we tell you, "Thus saith the Lord," and you, well, why did God say that? If they try to explain, and because my team know, I give you a prophetic word. It may be harsh, it may be real hard, but I give it to you, and I'm like, and they're like, what you think God meant? I don't know what he think, because I don't know them. I don't know what God thinking. His thoughts are higher than mine. His ways are higher than mine. He said what he said. Either you can accept it or not. I'm not explaining why God said what he said. Watch this. That's a real prophet. But a fake one gonna try to explain it. When they start trying to explain it, it's to make you feel better about the word that you were given. But I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna say, because they know you got itching ears. Okay. Because they know you got itching ears. So let me say, even though it is a word, let me show you this. Even though it is a authentic word from God, this is what a prophet that is off will do. They will try to explain to you why God said what he said. Why would they do that? To try to make it easy so you can accept it and so you can stay, so you can keep giving your money, and we're gonna all be okay. But I know that you're gonna die, but I ain't gonna tell you you're gonna die. I'm gonna say you're just gonna be a little sick. Because I want you to keep giving. I want you to keep coming. I want my platform to be great. So I'm gonna make it sound good, even though I know that God said, "Oh, they about to what?" Okay, when Isaiah went to Hezekiah, he did not ease the word. He walked in the room. He looked at Hezekiah, 39 years old. Watch this. You about to die, get your house in order. And walked off. He said, because you know what's going to happen is you're going to get real sick, but it's going to be okay. He didn't say, you know what? You ought to be grateful, Hezekiah, because God giving you time. He didn't do all that. He walked in, you about to die, get your house in order. And walked back out the door. The only thing that changed, watch this, and what? I hear you, Holy Spirit. The prophecy didn't change. Watch this, y'all. The prophecy did not change. Listen to this, because he still died. The prophecy didn't change. Hezekiah turned his face to the wall, start pleading with God. God tells the prophet Isaiah, it says before he got to the middle court, go back and tell him I'm giving 15 more years to do some things for me, and because you're gonna get the victory, but God gonna get the glory. He said, but I'm giving you 15 more years to go ahead and do what you need to do. I'm gonna extend your time, but you still gonna die. See, we missed that. We missed that part. You still gonna die. I'm just gonna give you some more time in between. Listen, y'all listen to this thing. So it says, watch this. He had just went through all this stuff, and now he's there, and his mother is telling him, turn this water into wine. Go ahead and do your first miracle. Jesus say, my time ain't come yet. But then he went and prayed, because Jesus didn't do anything before he got permission from his daddy. But we just all out there. We ain't prayed about nothing. We just, watch this. I just sense in my spirit. Well, you know what? Your spirit can be off sometime. Ooh. We get one idea and we start running. Did you pray first? Because you see somebody else doing that, so you thought it'd be great if I do it. Because, baby, I got a father. And if I do it, honey, it's going to blow up. Did you talk to your father about that first? Because even Jesus did that. And he was the Son of God. But we think we can just go do it. It says, watch this. So it says, verse 8, the water is turned into wine. Not only is it turned into wine, watch this, but it is turned into the absolute best wine, watch this, that the master of the banquet has ever tasted. To the point, he called the bridegroom over. Where you get this from? Wait a minute, how you saving this? Watch this. And the thing that I love about this was the obedience of the servants. Watch this, Wendy. The obedience of the servants. They didn't say, well, why you want us to fill those pots up with water? We filling all these pots up, 20 to 30 gallons with just water. But they need wine. They ain't go through all that. But we gotta, well, why Jesus? Well, why you want to do this? And Jesus, why you want me to go that way? And Jesus, them people, they don't even like me. And Jesus, Mary told him, whatever he say, do it. And she walked off. Oh, God. Whatever he say, do it. And she walked off. And them servants did exactly as Jesus. They ain't asking no questions. And they didn't even question when they saw when they saw the master of the banquet dip that cup in there and get that water out, what they thought was water. What I love about this, when it says, the master of the banquet didn't know where the wine came from. This is going to bless y'all. The master of the banquet didn't know where the wine came from, but the servants did. I'm going to let that marinate. The master, the one in charge, the one that's calling all the shots, didn't even know where this wine come from. But the servants knew. Y'all. But the servants knew. What is Holy Spirit saying this morning? They don't even know how you doing what you're doing. They don't even know how you walking like you walking. They don't even know how you handle it like you handle it, Cherie. They don't know, but you know. It's because of him that I move, I live, and I have my being. I know that I can only do what I do because of God. Listen, I know that if I open my mouth and something come out, it is God. It's not me. I know, listen, that the miracles, that the signs, that the wonders, I already know that they come from God. It's just that the people on the outside don't know. So they wondering how you doing, what you doing, how you don't look like what you've been through, Sabria. How you don't look like what you're going through. How you don't look like, Jose, what you're facing. How you don't look like the turmoil that you're in. Because you don't know, but I know. Who God? Could it be? You don't really know. Ooh, Jesus. Could it be? You don't really know. You don't really know. You don't really, your mind, watch this, is not comprehending the fact that he is the very breath that you breathe. Watch this. Could it be? The outside people look at you like, I told you that they may never read a Bible, but they're going to read you. They may never read a Bible, but they're going to read you. They reading your life. Oh, well, they were talking about Jesus today on Facebook. Let me see how they going to handle this situation. Because this morning they did. Watch this. Because this morning they was on the prayer call. But when they got to work, the person was all in their classroom acting crazy. I'm going to see how she going to act now. Oh, look, been there. Didn't they just do the prayer call? Oh, y'all was on the hollering, screaming about an hour. Get to work. Here come the devil. Why you didn't do this? And here come a parent going off about nothing. They watching. How you going to respond? Because you know that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I know that there's a power that's called the Holy Spirit, that he dwells in me. He leads me, he guides me, he teaches me. And I can do the... Okay, let me stay here. So the miracle was, watch this. The servants knew. Listen how it blessed the servants, because the servants know, oh, that is the Son of God, because that was water. We put it in there. Could you imagine how them servants felt when he started drinking? They probably like, wait, what? We put water in there. What are you talking about? Wine? We put water in there. Could you imagine? Let's get in the story. Could you imagine them looking at each other, Tracy, like, we put water in there? And he talking about his wine. They probably went and got some too. Like, let me see. Because I don't believe, because we put the water in there. Could you imagine a story to people? Could you imagine them telling people, yo, I put water in there. I didn't put no wine in there. We look, me and my boys, we put water in there. We went and dumped that water out of the river, and we put it in them jars. We all did about 20, 30 gallons each, and we know that was water. Could you imagine? Did they sitting there like, y'all, that was water. That was water. That was water. Ain't no way. That was water. Could you imagine how them servants, they knew firsthand. They was right there. They saw the miracle. They knew, and Mary knew, and Jesus knew. Nobody else knew about the miracle. Listen, nobody else knew. Oh, God, this is blessing me. Nobody else knew about the miracle except for the ones who were partakers. Listen, that's what I tell sold out all the time. I said, y'all know y'all partakers. Y'all know y'all on the front line. Y'all do know that when the miracles start flowing, it happened with us first, and then it flow out to the congregation. I said, y'all do know you on the front line. They were partakers in the miracle. But what I love about it, they had to participate in the miracle. They had to be obedient in the miracle. And this helped them to believe. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. It helped them to believe, Ross. Well, oh, wait a minute. That is the Son of God. Because we put water in them. We put water in there. We know we did. Watch this. And so it says, he had them to draw it out and take it to the master of the ceremony. This took faith on behalf of them servants. Because you telling, we taking it to him. You on the background, Jesus telling us to put water in there and take it to him. We can all be in trouble. But we going to do what you said. Obedience. We going to do what you said. Because we are servants after all. And we taking the master of the ceremony, these big jugs of water, and he asking for wine, we could be in trouble too. Watch this. It says, when he tasted the water, which had now become wine, the master of the ceremony did not know where this wine came from. All he did was judge. Listen, all he did was judge the wine against other wine. Okay. I don't know where it come from, but I know good wine. Watch this. I don't know where it come from, but I know good wine. And this right here is the best I ever. Who is this for this morning? I don't know where this wine come from. What is he saying, Wendy? What is he saying, Roz? What is Holy Spirit saying right now? People talking about you. I don't know where she come from. I don't know her. Watch this. Y'all, this is going to bless y'all this morning. I don't know where she come from. I don't know her. I don't know nothing about her family. I don't know nothing about all that. But I do know real people of God. And she is the real deal. I don't know nothing about where they come from. I don't know nothing about how they walking. They family lineage. I don't know all that. But I know that she's the real deal. Who is this for this morning? Because you're trying to explain it to people. And God said, just be obedient and walk like I tell you to walk. They gonna know who you are because I'm gonna vindicate you. They gonna know you the real deal. They gonna know you my chosen. They gonna know you my remnant. Why? He said, you ain't gotta explain that. Let them talk. Let them talk about you. Watch this. Mary, let them talk about you. They really saying, Mary, that they know you probably already pregnant. And Joseph didn't want you to look back. So he went ahead and married you anyway. Good Joseph. He ain't throw you away to the side. He ain't give you up. He just married you anyway. So we already know that, honey, because you know what? Because it take 9 months to be pregnant. And here she comes out. She already had a baby. Like what? Jesus said, just do what I told you. Just keep being obedient. Don't open your mouth. Let them talk. Can y'all drop that in the chat? Let them, because we want to be, y'all know God had to deliver me, because y'all know growing up, boy, I was one of them people, I would start swinging on you and you wouldn't even know it was coming. I'd be looking at you just like this, and you just be talking. I just start swinging. They be like, what in the devil? My brothers will tell you, I was just start swinging. They be like, I ain't even saying, and God had to show me, he said, let them talk, because I'm going to vindicate you. Let them say you ain't real. Let them say ain't nobody gonna follow you. Let them say you ain't got nothing. Let them say who she thinks she is. Let them say she acting like this person. Who am I talking to? Let them say, oh, she want to be like them. Next thing you know, she gonna be driving what they drive. Next thing you know, she gonna be trying to get another house like this. Let them talk. God said, I'm gonna vindicate you. And when I vindicate you, they gonna know you mine. So when I said, you see, because some of y'all don't know who you are. And you got to understand, you don't know who you are, but Satan know who you are. So he's sending all his imps after you. And you're like, why they messing with me? Because Satan know who you are. He know you are a threat to his kingdom. He know that you are a weapon of power. But you're walking around, oh, woe is me. And that's what I tell my students all the time, pick your head up. I just got real mad right there. Pick your head up and walk like you are a child of the king. Pick your head up and walk like you are the anointed one. Pick your head up and walk like you know that you have authority to tread upon serpents. Pick your head up and know that you have the power to cast down. Pick your head up and walk like you're a son and a daughter of God. You don't know who you are, but Satan knows. People don't like you because they can see who you are, but you're walking around defeated. I need y'all, we're going to have to pick a side now. Are we going to be the victor or the victim? Are we going to walk? Because see, the thing that watch this, the thing, oh God, that's tearing my nerves up right now is the fact that we have people in Christendom, people that are disciples, followers of Christ, that are walking around defeated. And I'm looking like, wait a minute. You do know who you are in God. You do know when God called you, it wasn't no conference call. You do know who you are. You don't know that you walk with all this authority and this power, and not only do you walk with it, but in you dwells Holy Spirit who can lead and who can guide you. And your daddy is rich and he owns everything, and even the king's heart is in his hand, and you don't. But we walking around like we defeated. Decide which side. You got about 5 months that you're going to be on. Watch this. It says, let me keep going because I just keep going left. Jesus put the miracle to the test. Here we go. Jesus put the miracle to the test. I'm going to say it again, y'all. Jesus put the miracle to the test. How did he do that, Dr. 3? Because he didn't send the wine to the bridegroom. He sent it to the one in charge. Woo, Jesus. Woo, Jesus. Watch this, Dr. Watkins. He didn't send it to the bridegroom. He's going to be like, yep, this good. Because I need everything to be okay. Because if it don't be okay, it's going to look like, watch this, it's going to look like that I ain't do my part. It's going to look like it's going to bring us some shame if this wine ain't right. So Jesus said, he said, don't even take it to the bridegroom. Don't take it to the guest. Take it to the one in charge. Put it to the test. What? The miracle? God. Bridget, watch this. The miracle you about to walk in, the miracle that you're about to step into, watch this. Jesus said, I'm going to put it to the test. Watch this, Barbara Tate. What is he saying? When I say I'm going to put the miracle to the test, that means I'm going to heal you, send you back to the doctors, and the doctor's going to be looking confused like, wait a minute, what? Because this is what doctors do. Because I'm looking at the chart, and the chart say that right here, that you had a lump there, and you had a spot there, and you had a lesion there, but I'm looking at you now, and I'm looking at your x-rays and your scans from the day, and wait a minute. Let me call in some more people and consult. God gonna put the miracle to the test. Oh, God, I love you. He gonna put the miracle to the test, and they gonna come back in and say, it just you know how when doctors get confused, they start wanting to consult and they want to find oh God, I love you, I feel this one, and they want to find a reason why you don't have it no more. Watch this, because y'all, I've been there. Y'all know I had a stroke. Listen, I've been there, and when they sat there, I was sitting like this. And my doctor, Dr. K, she always tell them, because I was with the neurologist and the oncologist and everybody around the big white table. And my doctor, Dr. K, who is my primary physician, she been my doctor for years. She told him, conference me in, because I want to hear this. Because she already knew what I was about to do. They got them labs, they got them scans. They said, so what happened was, let me give a little quick testimony. I had a mini stroke a few years ago. About two or 3 years ago, in my garage, at home, by myself. I ain't know what the whole side of my body just, I'm like dragging it. I had to use them little scooters that you see people on. I was on one of them, going around the school building. Watch this. So got to the doctors, the first scans they ran, they said, we see bleeds on your brain. And did you have a wreck? I said, yeah, I had a wreck when I was pregnant in 94 with my daughters. I did hit my head, but that's been in 94. We in the 2021 right now. I said, so I did. And they was like, well, you got a bleed on your brain and you got a few of them. We just gonna run the scan. We're gonna put you on all this medication. I did like Hezekiah. I turned my face. I ain't tell my family. They ain't know nothing. My mama tell you, they ain't know. They know the report or nothing until after it was. Because see, some of y'all telling people before the miracle, they gonna know. God gonna put the miracle to the test. Watch this. So I did like Hezekiah. I turned my face to the wall and I said, God, in your word you said that heaven and earth gonna pass away, but your word gonna stand. I said, so in your word you said that you are the God that heals me. I said, in your word you said, by your stripes I'm already healed. I said, in your word you said, I shall live and not die to declare the works of the Lord. I said, God, you called me. I said, I know ain't no way in the world my work is done. So I'm gonna ride the wave with you through this miracle. See, we ain't praying like that. So I'm gonna allow you, God. I'm gonna be in agreement. Oh, God, I love you this way. I feel this. I don't know who need to be healed, but you better catch this. He said, I told the Lord, I said, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you be God in this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ride the wave with you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you process me through this. I'm gonna let you process me through this thing, but I know on the end of this, healing is gonna be my portion. So what happened was I went through all that. I started their medication. I did everything they told me to do. I did everything they told me to do. Y'all, the kicker was they ain't tell me that my hair was gonna fall out. Now I got a head full of hair. Now I just wear this because it's convenient, but I got a head full of thick hair now. Why? Because God will restore everything that you lost. Why? But they ain't tell me that the medication was gonna take my hair out. And so I got mad about that. And I did go back to the doctor about that part. Watch, I went to y'all. See, I got my edges and everything, honey. Yes. So watch this. My girl, all the hair they got, they come from me. Listen. So let me focus. They didn't tell me that the medication was gonna take my hair out. Watch this. So when I saw my hair coming out, I said, "Oh no. And I went back to the doctor, and then I didn't like the feeling because when I was taking the medication, I felt like I was walking around in a fog, like kind of like woozy, like I couldn't really think like I wanted to think. And I said, "No, this is messing with my mind. Like I got, I gotta think right." And so I was asking him. I said, "Well, can you wean me off this medication because I don't like the side effects, and I don't like the watch this vanity. I don't like the fact that my hair is coming out." Watch, the doctor told me we thought you being cured or being healed was more important than your hair. Huh? Woo! The doctor put me in check, and I was like, "Oh, well, it do kind of make sense." But then I said, but I still need you to wean me off. He said, "We're not gonna wean you off until we get some more scans." I said, "All right." He said, "But this time when we give you scans, because we really need to see, we're going to put that dye in your veins. And we're going to do a full body scan. Because we want to see if there's anything else going on anywhere, anything else in your body besides your brain." Watch this. So watch this. So they put me in the machine again, did they scans, and I'm like, Jesus, I started laughing. I said, Jesus, you about to work this thing out. You about to work. I said, because now they doing a for real scan. Like they ain't playing. And they called me in. Watch this. And instead, because we get so, I don't know who this is for, and I know I'm running over my time. Because we get so in our feelings when the doctor called us back in. You know how many times that we see a lump in your breast? No, we don't see a lump. We see a mass in your breast. No, we don't see a mass. We think you got ovarian cancer. No, you ain't got ovarian cancer. In fact, you're pregnant. So I'm used to this. What is your default setting? Watch it. So when they called me back in, and they said, we're going to have a meeting, and we're letting you know now, Miss 3, that in this meeting, there's going to be the neurologist, there's going to be the oncologist, and we're going to conference in your primary care physician. I could have got, watch this, real nervous. Because why you calling all them folk? But I didn't get it. I said, oh, God, you about to do something now. They called me in. Y'all, they called me in. What date is it? So I told them the date. Well, who's the president? So I'm telling them who the president is. What day is it? What city you in? Where's this office located? These are the type of questions they asking me to see if my cognitive is on the up and up. So then they say, well, walk straight. We want you to walk right there. Stop. Turn around. Come back. Now, lift your right leg. Put it down. Lift your left leg. Put it down. Touch it. So I'm doing, and I'm like, they think I'm drunk. I don't know what in the world going on. So they said, so they tell me, they said, Elizabeth, we're doing all this because your scans are not showing what we saw the first time. We're doing all these scans because based on your first scans, you had a stroke. Based on your first scans, this is how you should be acting. This is why we acting you, because you got lesions on your brain that we can't explain. Miracle. The miracle was put to the test. Okay. See, y'all playing with it this morning. You got to understand that God would allow when he performed the miracle, or it's going to be put to the test. They going to know that it was God. And they asked me, well, we going to take you off the medicine. I said, We just want to know, do you feel okay? I said, I feel wonderful. We want to know what's going on. I said, no, I feel great. But what did you do? Pray. My doctor on the conference call laughing. And they like, Dr. K, you have something you want to say? She said, no, I just was waiting for Elizabeth to respond. I said, I prayed. I talked to God. Listen, because y'all know I'm holding back. I don't care if you're a doctor. You got a doctor. Guess what? I got one too. So you have an education. Don't move me. Oh, I talked to God. And God, in the Bible, it says that he is a healer. I read my word. I got in my word. I prayed. I didn't stress. I talked to God about what you said. In fact, I mentioned y'all name. They were like, okay, well, We want you to just go on. We're gonna wean you off. Just follow these instructions and come back every so many years, and we'll do the scans again. I said, you ain't got to do no more scans. This is done. I said, but I'll do what y'all telling me, but it's done. Healing is my portion. And those of you that's going through sickness in your body, I'm telling you, God will heal you, then he will put the miracle to the test so they will know that it was God. It says he took the water, he drunk it. The master of the banquet, the master of the feast, drunk it. And he said, where did you get this from? How did you, what did the doctors ask me? How did you get healed? What did you do? Like, how did God? Them servants couldn't even explain. Because if they would have started talking, they'd be like, all we did, we put water in there. So we don't know how you got wine out of there. But we know the one who told us to do it. Who is this? Y'all, the servants. All we know is we put water in there. We don't know how it got turned to wine. All we know is the one who told us to do it. It was him. Jesus of Nazareth, Mary's boy. Mary's boy told us to put water in there. That's going to be your testimony. How you got healed? Jesus, Mary's boy, Jesus, the Son of God, Jesus, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. He told me that's going to be your, watch this. I love it. In the first temptation in the wilderness, because remember, before Jesus did his first miracle, he had been tempted by the devil watch this. This is what I love. He had been tempted by the devil. And he had been tempted and told to turn the stones into bread for himself. Satan, listen, wanted to be partaker of the first miracle. Do y'all hear this? Satan wanted Jesus perform a miracle for me first. Do it for me first. Do it for me first. Do it for me first. Jesus said, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I know if I do it, it could prove to you, Satan, who I am. I know if I do it, it could prove to you that I am the Son of God. I know, but I ain't doing it for you. Do y'all hear this? Satan wanted to be partaker of the first miracle. Jesus said, no, it says right here in the wilderness. Satan tell him, well, why don't you turn this stone into bread? Prove it to, who is this for? Prove it to, you're trying to prove it to the wrong people. Ooh, Jesus, watch this. You're trying to prove it to the wrong people and their motive ain't even right. Good morning, Dominique. You're trying to prove it to the wrong people who don't care nothing about you. You're trying to prove a point to the people that don't even really care. It says, watch this. Satan said, why don't you turn these stones into bread? So I can see the first miracle. Not your mama, not your followers, not the people. I want to be the first one to see the miracle. Jesus said, no, you're not. Watch this. Be sure, listen, y'all, be sure you know the motive behind the people who ask you to do stuff. Okay. Be sure you know, this is why people tell you, I don't accept a whole lot of preaching engagements because I want to know what's your motive behind you asking me to come and display who I am. Okay. Why are you, watch this, Shelley, why are you inviting me? Why? What for? What's the motive behind you asking me to come? Is it because you know I draw a crowd, or is it because you know the anointing about to fall? What's your motive? Is it because you know I'm a big seed sower? What's your motive? Is it because you know it's going to be live and you're going to get a bunch of views? What is your motive? Oh God, what is their motive in asking you to be there? What is their motive? Watch this, Dominique. What is their motive in wanting you to be a part of the circle? Is it because they know you anointed and they know if we just get Dominique to be around us and hang with us, everything gonna work out? We just need her. But what's your motive? It says Satan's motive. I want you to do the first miracle for me. Because you know Satan, why was he kicked out of heaven? Because he thought he could be equal. He always want to be equal. He always want to be first. He always want to lead. Who am I talking to? They want your gift, but they don't care nothing about you. Woo! They want your anointing, but they don't care nothing about you. They want your anointing, but they gonna kill you while you're there. Watch this. It says Satan wanted to be partaker of the first miracle, but Jesus knew better. It says, in both cases, God would have been shown and Jesus would have been revealed as his son. If he would have performed a miracle with Satan, God would have been revealed and Jesus would have been known as the Son of God. If he wait and do the miracle with this wine, the people gonna know that God is revealed and Jesus is the Son. So what it says, the motive behind Satan's request wasn't pure. People asking y'all to do stuff, people asking y'all to ride with them, people asking you to be a part of stuff. You better check their motives. Watch this. It says, it is manifest that one miracle, watch this, one miracle, the first miracle. Here we go. We on the first miracle. He turned water into wine. The first miracle proves the power to work every miracle following it. If God did it before, he'll do it again, is what it's saying. This was the first miracle that set the tone for every miracle that's coming out of it, coming after it. This miracle right here, he said, I'm going to perform before my people. It's going to be their proof that every miracle, that I do perform miracles. Watch this. It says, listen to this. It says, God, I love you. The statement made, you have kept the good wine until now, serves two major purposes. It's two reasons why he said that. Why you saved the best for last. It's two reasons why the master of the feast said that. Watch this. Reason one. The master of the feast paid the bridegroom a great and a public compliment. The master of the ceremony. Let me make this real plain for y'all. Your supervisor, your boss, got up, called a board meeting, and called your name. They doing a great job. Look what they did. They caused my business to go up because they hear this. The master of the ceremony made a public announcement that the bridegroom did a great thing. The bridegroom did a great thing. And what I love about it, the bridegroom hadn't even tasted the wine yet. So the bridegroom don't know what he's talking about. Listen, he's about to make your name great and you don't even understand it. Listen, so do you understand that when the master of the ceremony talked about how great the bridegroom was, the bridegroom don't even know what he's talking about. Because listen, when you read the Bible, read the Bible. When the miracle took place, who did it say was around? The servants, Mary, and Jesus. Bridegroom didn't even know what was going on. Bridegroom didn't know we done ran out of wine. So the master of the ceremony is stopping the wedding. Hold up, everybody stop dancing, stop partying, stop talking, stop drinking. Listen to this. This boy right here saved the absolute best wine I ever tasted in my life to be poured out last. Bridegroom looking like, wait, what? What just happened? Your name is about to be announced in rooms you would never go in. Your name it's a setup, y'all. God is about to set you up in a way you don't even know. You don't even know they talking about you. Shay, they talking about you. Renee, they talking about you. Shelly, they talking about you. Don't even know what's going on. It says, watch this. Point number two. He said, you have kept the best for last. The principle behind these words is, for the people of God, the best is always yet to come. This first miracle is letting us know the best, listen to this, is always yet to come. You can think you've been doing great, honey. This right here got to be good as it get. The best, can y'all just drop that in the chat? And I'm getting off here because I'm way over my time. The best is yet to come. It's a setup, James. It's a setup. We be thinking, honey, this right here, this marriage is like heaven on earth. The best is yet to come. Honey, do you know the anointing? The best is yet to come. Honey, I feel good today. Don't you know the best is yet? He said your best days are. Y'all, listen to this. It says, Jesus proved the point. Listen, when he turned this water into wine, y'all, I got to get off here. I got it because I can keep going. Watch this, Yami. Watch this. It says this right here, Jesus also, God proving another point. Watch this. Y'all remember, I just said it like I was about to tell y'all this great secret. But y'all remember in Exodus, what Moses did with water. Watch this. Moses turned water into blood, showing the law of death. He said, I didn't come to destroy it, I came to fulfill it. So Moses took water, turned it into blood, which was a result of death in Exodus, right? Watch this. But here comes Jesus. He said, my first miracle, I'm about to deal with that. He said, what Moses did, he said, because y'all be thinking Moses all great. He said, and he is. He said, but I'm about to show y'all what I can do with water. I'm not going to turn it into blood. I'm going to turn it into wine. I'm going to turn it into wine. I'm going to turn it into wine. What does he say? It says Jesus' first miracle, he turned water into wine. Here we go. Showing the gladness and the joy of his new work. I'm going to let that marinate. Because if you was on here when I opened up, I told y'all I woke up laughing. And I read to y'all Psalms 2, when it says, no matter what they're doing in this earth, God is sitting on his throne and he is laughing at the systems of this world. He laughing at the presidential candidate. He laughing. And he's saying, my sons and my daughters, why are you not laughing too? Like, why are you stressing? Like, what's wrong with you? And what does it say right here? I'm going to close with this. It says, Moses turned water into blood, showing the law results in death. Watch this. But here comes Jesus. Here comes Jesus. He turns water into wine, showing gladness and joy. That I'm here now. I'm here now. The one they prophesied about, I'm here now. He said, that water right there, that's wine. He said, that's a new thing. Oh, okay, that's a new thing. That's a new thing. Oh, y'all hear it? That's the new thing. He said, I say the best for last. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet, your best is yet to come. Do y'all hear him this morning? He said, you can't get stressed out. Watch this, about what you see going on in this world. He said, because I told y'all that I'm your daddy. I told you that I'm your God. I told you that I'm your healer, your way maker, your miracle worker. He said, your peace. He said, I am that. He said, know who you are and know, while I'm getting off here, that your best is yet to come. This miracle is on the way. This miracle it's already occurred in the heavens. We just waiting for it to manifest in the earth. He said, but you got to be obedient. Okay. He says, you have to be obedient just like those servants were. You have to be obedient just like the woman with the oil was. You have to be obedient. Listen, do not allow the stress and what you're going through. He said, it's a light affliction, boo. What? He said, it's a light affliction. He said, the righteous going to suffer much, but I'm going to deliver them every time. So that's why you should be laughing. That's why you should be laughing. He's turning it around for, okay, Dominique, how you finishing my sentences? He's turning it around for your good. It won't always be, okay, let me get off here. Y'all pulling this one. It won't always be like this. God is about to perfect that thing concerning you. I got to go. He's about to perfect that thing concerning you. I'm going. If you want to sow, the information is on the screen. Listen, your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. I want you to when you sow, I want you to tag it. I want you to tag it. My best is yet to come. My best is yet to come. My best is yet to come. Listen. Those of you, I need you. I know it's supposed to rain, but I bet y'all going to work every day this week in that rain. Don't play God like that, saying I can't be there Friday night because it's gonna rain. Don't do that. Don't please. I beg of thee. Don't let the rain be your excuse for missing Friday night. Friday night, 604 Doug May's place. Miracle. Y'all know how worship and warfare go. Miracles, signs, and wonders. Y'all seen it. Y'all have seen it with your own eyes. Y'all seen the miracle. Y'all seen it be put to the test with your own eyes. You seen the lame walk, the deaf see. The deaf hear, the blind see. Y'all seen it. But listen, make plans. And I'm going to share this word, and I just want y'all to just let it marinate. Don't send me 15,000 messages, because guess what? I ain't answering none of them today. I'm just going to give you this word, and I'm going to get off here. And I'm going to say this about the seed. When you sow, tag it, best is yet to come. My best is yet to come. In any amount, if God bless it, don't matter. No, there's no small, no big amount. God will bless any seed that is sown into this miracle soil. But listen, God gave me this word. And those of you that were there last year, you kind of know where I'm going with this. Last year at Worship and Warfare, we saw blinded eyes come open. We saw the lame walk. We saw that. But it was one thing that happened. Yami, I'm sorry. I'll be back on here in the morning. She said, how you going to leave me hanging like that? Listen, so last year, my friend came, Sabrina. Some of y'all know Sabrina. Me and Sabrina had been in contact all through, like leading up to like how I'm doing a prayer call right now. We have been in contact. We have been talking. So I was encouraging her. I knew she was facing sickness. I knew the report of the doctors. She shared it with me. So I said, God had me to, he said, well, just get to Worship and Warfare. He said, just get, and this is why your seed is important. Watch this. He said, get to Worship and Warfare. And I said, Sabrina, I know that you're sick in your body. I know that you can't really walk. Like, I know, but if you could just get there. I said, if you get in the building, I'll take care of you. I said, if you get in the building, I said, because there's something that God want to do. I didn't know what the something was yet. Right. But I knew what the doctor said. I knew that the doctors had gave her a prognosis of you gonna die. A Hezekiah type thing. So she got to the service. They brought her up. I prayed for her. She sold one of the biggest seeds my ministry has ever received. Watch this. I didn't know it at the time because I ain't one of the people that's when you sow, I'm like, well, how much is that? Well, I ain't even, that ain't me. That ain't me, y'all. That ain't me. That ain't me. It's some of us that's really sold out to God. So she sold one of the biggest seeds that the ministry has ever, one of the biggest seeds that the ministry has ever received. So I got back to my hotel and I was putting everything away and giving my daughters stuff to take home. And my daughter's like, what is in this envelope? Y'all, I looked in the envelope and I just dropped to the floor. Because I knew where she was, y'all. I need y'all to hear this. I knew where she was physically. I knew where she was spiritually. I dropped on my knees and I said, God, if you don't do nothing else, I say, do it for her. And I knew, watch this, and I knew that God was going to do it. Watch, so after Worshiping Warfare was over, some weeks passed, and she said, hey, let's go to lunch. So we went to lunch, and we were sitting there talking, and she said, Dr. Reed, she said, I don't even know if you know what you spoke to me, which I didn't know, because I don't remember. And she said, doctors had given me up. She said, I supposed to have been dead. Watch this, y'all. This is going to bless y'all. She said, I supposed to have been dead, been died. She said, I knew that. She said, but then I was fighting. She said, you don't even understand the struggle for me to get in that room. Because if you were there, you would notice that when I prayed for her, I had them to sit her down in the chair because she couldn't stand up. I'm just going to share this and I'm getting off here to really encourage your faith. Watch this. And she said, you don't know the last report that I had just got that day before I came to service. She said, so that day after I got the report, she said, God told me, go straight to the bank, get cash money out. Don't cash out. He said, cash money. Because she need to see it. Watch this. And mind you, I'm over here. Oh, Lord, I'm praying for the service. I'm doing everything God told me. She said, so I sowed that seed. She said, and now I feel, watch this, y'all, better than I ever. She said, I don't feel. She said, some of the medication, I stopped taking it because I told him I don't need that no more. I feel good. Y'all got it. Now let me say, she did go on to be with the Lord. She did. She died. Like Hezekiah. She died. But watch this. But God extended her life. Sabrina was not that much older than me. I'm 50, so she probably was maybe 53. We ain't talking about no old person. She died. But God extended her life for her to get everything in order. Listen, Tracy, they know Sabrina. They know I'm telling y'all the truth. God extended her life. Watch this, because of the seed that she sowed in that service. So that's why I say you can't, and I told my team yesterday, I said, y'all know you can't just sow casually when it comes to a service like this. Because this, when you're talking about, see, when your motives is right for what you do. Because watch this, you got to understand, watch this, Brenda. When God dropped this word on me Sunday, I was sitting in church. And you know when he dropped the word on me, that means I got to do it first. See, Shay, all them know Sabrina. So they will tell you I'm not lying. I ain't lying. They saw her coming to service bent over. And they saw her walk out. When we went out to eat, oh, honey, she was driving that BMW, that 2022 BMW, pulled up in it, parked beside me and said, hey, Dr. how you doing? You ready to eat? Listen, God extended her life. God, yeah, she passed away. Shay, a few months after that. Listen, so you got to understand, watch this. Her seed extended her life. Your seed will go where you can. Your seed will go where you can't go. I was telling my team, I said, God said, this year, don't sow casually. You better sow, because the seed hurt. Watch, so God began to deal with me. When he told me that, he said, I'm waiting. Because watch this. Whenever God tells me to tell you something, I have to do it first. I'm always first recipient of the word of God. So if he's telling me to tell you to sow a significant seed, you know I already sold mine. I ain't waiting till Friday. I'm like, oh, you speaking it now? Okay, well, it is what it is. You speaking it now, so it is what it is. And y'all know I'm a teacher, so I don't work in the summer, so you know. When he say significant, he know, watch this. When God say significant, he knows exactly what you got in your bank account. He knows exactly. The widow woman, you ain't got enough, but you gonna put, okay. Y'all, I'm getting off here because I'm way over my time. Listen, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Oh my God, I got to say this. Thank you for helping us to fill I think we got like 106 book bags full of school supplies. Listen, I can't thank y'all enough for that because I want to just bless the kids. I want them to go back. I don't want these parents stressing about no school supplies. I don't want these kids stressing about other kids got this and I don't have that. So thank you for those of you that sold into the book bag, the backpacks and prayer. Thank you, Bridget. I think you brought like 48 book bags. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, we have filled what they are filling. I said, God bless y'all. This is why God give you a team because they going to fill all these book bags while I'm sitting at the salon getting ready for y'all for Friday night. They going to fill all these book bags. Yes, tell my girl Maya, I love her, I love her, I love her. And one thing that I wanted to say, because somebody asked me this, I want to make this clear. So I have anointed, I tell y'all about my whole process of anointing this oil for the kids yesterday. It was a whole deal with me and the Lord. So listen, I would give each student a bottle of oil. You see this ain't no little tiny bottle. Free. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. So I'm gonna give them all a bottle, their own bottle of oil. So they ain't gotta be saying, Mama anoint me. I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna train them, I'm gonna deputize them. I'm gonna give them the authority to anoint themselves. They ain't gotta come to y'all. They got their own oil in their own room. So don't be taking my baby's oil. But what I want to say, because I know some kids don't even need a book bag, because some of y'all parents probably already did all that, they still get their oil. So even if you don't want a book bag, you can get the oil. Understand that. And if I have some left over, I will share it with the people of God that need it. Not just because, not just because you just want it, because you want to have a stockpile. Listen, and yeah, tell Maya, that's my girl. That's my girl. She always like, I'm like, Maya, how you know me? I knew your mama. Listen, she anoints herself. Thank you. Dominique, I got you. They're my students. What are you talking about? Dominique, come on now. She told me she willing to pay. Y'all, everybody, let's look at Dominique. You know how when a student say something crazy, everybody turn around and look at Dominique. Dominique said, I am willing to pay for extra for my 3 girls. I taught her girls. Come on, Dominique, come on now. You know me. Listen, I got you girls. I got the babies. I'm making sure everybody is covered. I will see y'all Friday night. 7 p.m. I was about to say 9 p.m. 7 p.m. 604 Doug May's Place. Listen, Miracles is in the room already. Miracles is in the room. I am so excited. Listen, I love y'all. I want y'all to have a good day on purpose. Listen, watch those distractions, but know who you are. Know whose you are. I love you. And God bless you.